Yo, what's happening, man? It's a Cide show. RC the Trackaholic in the building. Right down here at Vibrant Magazine, HHNS powered. You know what it is. Man, I got my guest here, Maribased1, in the building, man. What's happening with you, bro?
Man, what's good with it? Appreciate you having me on.
Man, I couldn't wait to get you on, man. It's been a while. Like I talked to you a while ago, but here we are.
Yeah, we finally made it happen.
Yes, sir. So let's get right into it. Tell me what's happening with the music, man. What you got going on next?
Well, as of right now, you know, I had dropped 2 brand new singles. One's called Better Days, featuring my Cuddy Shaka, and the other one's called Pole Dancer. Both of them joints is produced by DJ Funk Daddy.
Dig it.
Better Days just aired on BET Jams last week. So I'm 7 for 7 on BET Jams now.
Oh, dig
and
that.
What makes this one even special is a video that I co-directed myself.
Okay, so tell me about that, like directing a video,
like literally, I got my guy Killy Cole. You know, he wanted to get back into photography and filming, so I hooked up with him and I brought him just all my ideas that I want to do.
Right.
You know, I believed in him, so I'm like, let's just do it and see. So we went out and just started filming.
Okay.
And I just started saying I wanted to look like this, and this.
Right.
Then we'll bounce ideas back and forth off each other.
Right.
So that's the difference between directing a video and shooting a video.
Right.
I didn't shoot it, no, because I'm in front of the camera.
Right.
But I helped direct that because that was my ideas.
I mean, like, because it never looks like how you think it is when you're making a video.
No, not at all. You just have to have an idea and really just go with it. Right. You have to do it, and in some circumstances you wing it.
Right. Yeah. I mean, like that organic footage, that's some of the best footage.
Right. When you wing something, it can either go good or bad, but 9 times out of 10 you be like, ooh, that's filthy. Like once we look back on the playback and be like, yeah, we're gonna keep that. And then
I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say then we just go on to the next scene. Just keep doing it until you just feel like you have enough footage.
Right. Now, so did it turn out exactly like the way you wanted it to? You directed it, but was it what you wanted? Honestly.
Well, for Better Days,
yeah.
Once I got to the venue, I said, okay, cool, this is what we're gonna do. Like the Better Days video was literally on the fly, on the go video. I had it pre-planned in my head, like, okay, this is what I want to do, but I didn't know exactly how it was gonna turn out until I got there physically.
Right.
And said, just said, okay, well, let's go outside. We're gonna get everyone together. We're gonna do this and that. You know, that's just for that video. For Pole Dancer, it was kind of like I already had behind the scene footage from my other video, Spend It, so I had to just shoot new raw footage and splice it all together. So that was our first video that we did, the Pole Dancer. So if you look at Pole Dancer and look at Better Days, you can tell there's a difference because Better Days was actually structured around and it made sense. Pole Dancer was just spliced footage I put together. Let's see how this works. And it came out dope. So I was like, fuck it, let's keep it.
Right.
We're going to run with it. I don't care.
Right.
Because the more videos we do, the more we're going to get better at it. The more that you keep editing, you know, as I'm talking to him, the more you keep editing and keep doing it, the progression is going to get there more and more and more and more and more.
Yeah.
And that's all I talk about is progression.
Right.
The more we do it, the more we're going to get filthy at it.
Right.
And the more I'm going to learn too, because I'm not a camera guy.
Right.
I'm not a person that's going to sit behind a computer and edit, but I'm with you and we learning. I'm most definitely learning.
Right.
100%.
So do you think that you'll wind up just like shooting your own videos at one point? I
mean, think about it like this. I can't shoot my own videos without somebody else.
Right. Okay. Not like that.
So
but like
as of me, not an answer I can say, as of me and him doing it together, of course.
Yeah.
We started this up from the bottom, from ground zero.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, I believed in him as much as he believed in me, so it kind of made it all work together. Because it's like, bro, let's just do it.
Right.
What's the worst that can happen?
Right.
It don't work.
Right.
But we gonna make it work and run with it anyway.
Yeah, you gotta just go out there. You
just gotta do it.
Yeah, there's no reason to talk yourself out of it and not do it.
When we have the tools and the resources to do it.
Right.
That's that thing. That was the advantage that we have.
Right.
Like, when it's all said and done, I have the resources and tools. Let's put this video out.
Yeah, for sure.
You know.
Yeah.
I didn't done this a lot for a couple of years, so I understand and know what to do and how to do it business wise.
Right.
So all we just need is product.
So about how long? How long you been doing this?
Music, just music.
Yeah,
period?
music.
Shit. I mean, I always have a few different answers, but the most consistent answer is 2016. Okay. And the reason why I say 2016 is because that's when I made my first real single.
Okay.
Called So Bright. Mm-hmm. But before that, before 2016, like high school, I was freestyling in the cafeteria with folks at the table. Even before that, I'm doing music on my own, just playing with it, trying to learn and create my own sound, because you gotta understand, my dad been in this game for a long time.
I know you.
Mr. Benjamin, 2008. So I understand that since seeing him do it and all my cousins do it and stuff, I was always interested. Like, I want my voice to sound like that, you know, because I didn't really care for the rap part at first. I just wanted the auto tune. Where's the auto tune at? I want to sound like T-Pain. Like, that was.
Wait, so that's what you wanted to do?
In the very beginning, everything is auto tune.
Right.
No, nothing in my voice was natural. I'll rap in auto tune. I don't care what it sound like.
Well, most people
we can sing, but I was just strictly that.
Right.
I wasn't trying to hear it. Use your regular voice. I wasn't trying to hear that.
Did people tell you that?
Man, you don't understand how much hatred that I got just for folks telling me, "Oh, you're trash. That's trash. That sounds trash. Why don't you use your regular voice? Auto-tune, that's I don't like that." Like, I heard it all.
Right.
So it's like, okay, I get it, but I just couldn't stop being me.
Right.
I couldn't do it.
That's what you wanted to do.
Yeah, but don't get me wrong. As time went on, and this is the progression word that I'm going to continue using.
Dig it.
When I started progressing more and venturing out my comfort zone, I started to learn and realize that my natural voice is more powerful than using auto-tune. But I perfected auto-tune, so it's like I got so many tools in my pocket now, to where it's like I can go hit you with that, or I can come and hit you with that, or I can do it to where I do both.
And even both in one song.
Correct.
Okay, yeah, because one thing about auto-tune is, like, I mean, you have the the pitch and the
key and
you have all that, but you don't have the dynamics. You don't
correct,
have the up and down of it.
But once you learn that and perfect that, it's you're smooth sailing. I mean, that's what I had to do. I didn't know nothing
you did
about
that yourself. You learned how to work auto-tune like
by
yourself.
Myself.
Like,
correct.
You did your own voice.
Literally, so I want to say in 2013, my senior year of high school, my pops, he let me use his Apple computer, the desktop one. It was like a 2011, 2012 version Mac.
Yeah, still good.
And the shit had GarageBand on it, so I just peeped the interest of I want to learn how to do this, because I was very interested in just being a producer at first.
So
I wanted to make beats and stuff that it looked cool, because I just figured if I could make a beat, then I can do whatever. But I realized the fast way, that's not my thing.
Why not?
What,
you sucked?
Man,
were you terrible at it?
Ass. Like, I was just cool. Like, nah, I'm good.
Like, what did your first beat sound like?
See, that's the whole cool part about it. There is none. I didn't even attempt.
You didn't even keep it.
I deleted Fruity Loops.
Oh, you just deleted?
I said I'm good.
Oh, you was on Fruity? That's
I had a cracked version. I just said no, I'm good. That's because that's not wasn't my thing. I can keep it real. That wasn't my thing.
Right.
And mind you, I've always been rapping and freestyling, even at the Boys and Girls Clubs, like just sitting in the bleachers with certain people and just attempting to do shit. Because before that, I had an iPad too. iPad had GarageBand. I was rapping into the beat microphone on the cord.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, okay. Then like I said, my dad gave me the Mac, and he had the GarageBand app on there, and it's free. It comes with the Mac. It was a 08 version.
Yeah, GarageBand. Yeah.
And my main thing was, is there auto tune? Like I googled, is there auto tune on GarageBand?
Is there?
Yeah, it's built-in on
Really?
GarageBand.
I didn't know that.
It's free, so that's the gimmick people don't know about. Auto-Tune is free on GarageBand.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to learn how to play with it. At first, I didn't know what a limited key was. I didn't know what pitch correction was. I didn't even know what a key to a beat was. I didn't know none of that stuff.
Right.
And it's crazy. I'm going to get to that point because I want to say like a year or two later, I found out what a tempo and a key was to a beat, to even make your vocals sound in sync with the beat if you're using Auto-Tune.
Right.
And that was 2.5 years later when somebody
figured that out.
Somebody on Snapchat was using this similar program as me. I thought it was, and when she was singing, I'm just like, I hit her. I swiped up and said, how did you get your voice to sound so crispy like that with the Auto-Tune?
Right.
She was like, well, your beat has to be in key. I said, what is that? And she explained it to me. I didn't know that a beat had to be in a specific key. I thought the key had to be to your voice to the beat. I did it backwards.
You know, I can understand that mistake. I mean, I was classically taught, well, a little bit. I mean, well, mostly in high school, but yeah, I can see how you can make that mistake because you're thinking what key you want to be in, but you're not thinking about being in key with the music.
With the music,
right.
So I'm trying to get in key to where whatever my vocals sound good,
right? Because
I'm like, I'm trying to get it. So if it sounds good in B sharp,
right,
I'm keeping it there, and the beat probably is in F minor,
right.
I don't know that.
And you just smash them together.
So I had it backwards until I don't even know when. I really don't remember vividly on how I even figured it out that I had it backwards. Mm-hmm. But once I figured it out, because I'm blanking on it right now. Let's just say your beat's in F minor and it's in tempo 98. Because in a startup session, generically it sits in C major 120. Every time.
Yeah.
All my songs used to be in 120, C major, didn't matter what it was. And I used to never understand, why do I sound out of whack?
And then you probably tried to switch the
and then if you switch the keys with your vocals on there,
right.
now your vocals going higher or getting
lower,
deeper.
Yeah.
But I had to learn that I had to scratch that and redo it till it's in sync now. Mm-hmm. So once I figured out that a beat has a correct, it comes with a tempo, its own tempo and its own key to a beat, I was smooth sailing after that. And that honestly, that was probably late 2018, 2019 when I figured all that out 100%.
Wow. I mean, that's how it is. You got to learn. It's trial and error. You know, everybody doesn't go to school for that.
I never recorded in a big studio, only once.
What studio?
It was in Burien in some white boy's house. I really don't know.
It wasn't Overbeck, was it?
I honestly don't know.
If it was in Burien, yeah. But
it was in Burien.
Yeah, that was probably after I left.
In a shed?
Yeah.
No, it's in the back of the house, and it was in a shed. Like his studio, it was in a shed, but he built it up. Had a soundproof, for bands to come in, all that. But I was only there off of humbug, just being in there. That was winter 2017.
Oh no, he was gone from there. Yeah.
So I recorded one real song in a studio, like in a real studio setting. After that, every song that's out of mine has came from my house.
So you record yourself.
That's how I learned. That's how I learned how to even mix and master.
Right.
Is I said, okay, if I'm going to learn, I might as well do myself. Why would I do someone else? Because I'm not going to be able to find a sound. So I found my own sound by actually getting in front of a mic, just recording a bunch of bullshit. Really, I mean that's how it is.
Trial and error.
And I figured out how to not master, but get my vocals, like put filters on them, get the auto-tune, Now, don't get me wrong, I used to put the auto-tune, there's a limiter bar from 0 to 100%. I used to throw that motherfucker at 100.
Yeah, 100%.
Every single time and just keep it going. Now, if you caught on, there's different stages to what my progression now. Just, I want to say within the last year or two, I started actually putting the right amount of auto-tune on my voice.
Right.
Instead of hitting it at 100, I may keep it there, but once I go back and do a final mix, I will adjust it until there's just enough wetness on my vocals to where it just seems like it's just enough, but it's not too dry.
Right.
So it may not sit at 100, but if it sound real crispy at 87%, it's staying.
That's processing. That's how it works.
And then I want to even say, just even recently, probably late 2021, Funk Daddy actually helped me learn about compression. Mm-hmm. How to compress your vocals. Compression. I didn't understand at all. Yeah. So I used to never understand why my vocals would go high and come drop and come high. So me and him was going through that for a very long time. Mm-hmm. And I just couldn't understand because our programs are different. Mm-hmm. His compressor screen gives him a limiter that shows him. Right. Mine didn't. So I always had to, I call it earball. Yeah. So I had to ear it. Yeah. Once I actually gave him a session and he adjusted it how it's supposed to be and gave it back, and I was able to actually visually see it and then hear it, I said, this is what I've been missing this whole time. You knew
where you need to be.
Yeah. So now I really have the full package. Like I record every song at home, I mix it myself, and then I'll send the session back to Funk because he makes the beats. So you put it in your session, add the stems to it, bounce it down and master it. Boom, we have a song. Yep. That's just how it is.
That's a smooth process once you get it down.
Because going to a real studio, I ain't gonna lie, it costs you too much money.
It does cost money to go to the studio.
And I know myself, like, I'm not gonna pay to go to no studio when I do this shit on the fly. Mm-hmm. What if I book a studio time and I ain't ready? Right. Or I'm supposed to be ready by this date, but it just didn't work. Right. I wasted my money.
Yeah, because you give them a deposit and they're gonna keep it.
And I'm just like, nah. So I built what made sense for me, and it's working. Right. And then I perfected it. Everything I record off GarageBand.
So you still on GarageBand? So you didn't even go to like Logic?
I have Logic, but I play with it.
So you like GarageBand better?
As of right now, yes. See, I like Logic because it expands GarageBand. It gives me it's the same shit.
That's what I'm saying.
It's a sister version. It has the same thing, same layout, just an updated version, but it's just big. I call it bigger. Mm-hmm. It gives you more options of what to do. So I like it, but I know I just got to go back to where I started. I feel comfortable here.
There's nothing wrong with that.
See, I tried to go to Pro Tools, but once I learned you have to buy Auto-Tune. I'm gonna go ahead and I ain't worried about that. And plus, I couldn't figure it out because I heard
Pro Tools
because all the plugins I wanted, I had to buy.
You had to buy them,
or you have to download cracked versions. I'm cool.
And then cracked version.
I don't even. Who knows? That's a waste of my time when I can do everything right here, how I sound for free.
Wow. I didn't. You learn something new every day.
And it's called. I call my shit kitchen studios.
Are you in the kitchen?
Mm-hmm. Dead ass.
That's
put a Chaotica ball on the microphone.
Yeah,
and get straight to business.
Yeah, straight up. Mm-hmm. That's dope. So you making your own records. Mm-hmm. You know.
Now I was getting the beats. Shout out Brandon, the producer. You know, we kind of. I must say we started at the same time because this was like 2017. I just saw he was making beats on his SoundCloud, and I believe I hit him up. I really don't exactly remember, but
you didn't know him?
No, we went to the same high school.
Oh, you went to the same high school. Okay.
He's like a grade or two below me. Mm-hmm. But, ooh, shit. Excuse me. But once I seen he was making beats and posting them, I hit him up. It was like, yo, I'm doing this too. Send me some beats. Let me rap on them. Like, but we both started at from ground zero. Mm-hmm. So the respect is always there. And ever since then, like, we have multiple records. Mm-hmm. Like he produced my first single, "So Bright," and then some of the records that I did back then, like 2016, 2017, made it on my first mixtape, like Vet and Islands, and then I hooked up with this dude named Henny on the beat. He did Doughboy for me. A song called Shawty Fine. Like, this is early Maribased1 stage.
Right.
Like,
were you doing making mixtapes or something, or you just making music?
At first, honestly, I was just making a whole bunch of records. It was just like, let me just make a song. Go home after work, make a song. Come home after school, make a song. Freestyle some shit. Or I have lyrics that I was just writing all day. Just put it to something. Like, that's how my process was working. I probably spent countless hours in front of that computer just learning and playing and just making stuff. And then I think I told you on Tawana show, I had wanted to put together a big ass project with 24 songs on it, right?
Right.
And them 24 songs, I wanted to call the project 24 Ever, like, cause 24 was my favorite number at the time. That's the number I wore in varsity basketball. Like, that was just the number I was repping right after, like, senior year after high school. Everything was 24. My favorite sports players from all three sports, Marshawn, Ken Griffey, Kobe, like, they all wore 24. So it was kind of like this is what it is, right?
Yeah, for sure.
And then, remember, I approached my dad with all the songs. He looks at me and goes, "You can't put this out." I'm like, "Why?" He said, "This is too much body of music. Nobody knows you."
Right.
He's just keeping it real. Nobody knows you. I didn't know how to take it at that point. I just like, so what? Put it all out. Like, let's just let the world have it. But he had a strategic way of how he wanted to introduce me to the world. So he was like, "Why don't you break up all the songs, put them in different projects? Do like 10 songs on this one, 10, 11 songs on this one."
Right.
And so I ended up taking those 24 songs, breaking them in half. And so I put this is how I thought about it. I put like 10 or 11 songs of me just rapping on this one, Mari Auto the mixtape, and then the singing songs going on 24 Ounces. That's the name I came up with.
Okay, so it's split to two different projects.
Correct.
Yeah.
I just split them down the middle.
Right.
Gave them two separate entities.
Now, how did people receive it?
Now, the So Bright was different. You know, that was my first song that I actually did something, a real push with. Like, that's an oldie but goodie. It did what it was supposed to do. You know, we had the Street Plug DJs when they was together at a point in time. Like, this was K-Fi, Don G, Qualify. They hosted that mixtape.
Oh, nice.
So that was cool.
Yeah, that's dope.
And then 24 Ounces, Funk Daddy hosted that one.
Okay.
So, you know, just me starting off just how it was cool. Like,
right.
I didn't know what to expect because I was just, you know, always thought about what's the worst that can happen.
Right. So you just
doing it,
gunning for it. Like, you just like.
I remember So Bright ended up in a strip club in Atlanta in 2016.
Really?
It's on my Instagram. If you go, it's at the very, 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 very bottom. That shit, it came on in a strip club. Motherfuckers from down south was fucking with it. And yeah, that's early. That's early Maribased1. Now, mind you, I don't have a sound yet.
Yeah, I was just about to get to that. So, because now you got your rapping stuff and you got your singing stuff. But you don't have a sound. I do not have a traditional sound yet. And you know, my pops, he calls my sound the Northern Flow. That's interesting.
And because, you know, he dropped a mixtape called the Northern Flow because he truly believes Seattle music is real. This ain't a game, it's a movement. Yeah. If you're from Seattle, you got the Northern Flow.
Like, the Northern Flow.
That's just what it is. You know what I'm saying?
There is a flow up here.
Correct.
Yeah, there is.
It's our own twang.
Yep, it is.
And so, where was I at? The
Northern Flow.
The Northern Flow.
Your sound.
My sound, it's like I have two separate entities, you know. And what's so crazy? My pops did not like my singing. When I first gave him that singing music, he was like, "What is this? What are you doing?" Like, it was just like so. It's like he couldn't comprehend it, like, because he comes from an era that they didn't do auto tune.
No, there was
straight
no auto
rap.
tune. Yeah, and straight sang if they had to sing.
Correct. And so I used to always just be like, "Man, that's me. This is just me. That's me." So singing is originally what I am. Singing auto tune Maribased1 is the original Maribased1.
Right.
The rapping Maribased1, which I don't even. That's Young Maribased. I gave myself two entities. Young Maribased is the rapper. He can rap.
Why do you feel like you have to separate them?
Because that's how I was able to identify it as I was doing it. Like, if I do a singing track, the whole song's auto-tune, because I don't have to sing it. I can just harmonize or rap it in auto-tune. That's Maribased1. That's the traditional. That's what I wanted to do in the very beginning, period. Now, just going straight rap or just, Young Maribased. Like, that's just who I am, da-da-da-da. And now think about it. People in the game do it all the time. You got Lil Wayne. First it was Weezy F Baby. Then he really went by Tunchi. He stuck by that.
Yeah, he did.
T.I., Tip. Chris Brown, Chris Breezy. Like that's just what it is. You're gonna always have two separate entities, but you're really yourself. But it just identifies certain type of styles you got.
Definitely.
So I did that, and my pops, he wasn't messing with it until, this is a true story. He had to go into the hospital, and I want to say, I think it was 2000. I don't know why I'm butchering the year. It was either 2016, 2017, one of those years, and my song called "Scoring." Because he had all my music on his phone, so when he was in the hospital on bed rest, he used to listen to my music, just trying to get a flow and a taste for who I am, know?
Right.
And my song "Scoring" just stuck with him. Because I say, I wake up every morning, thank God I'm alive. I wake up every morning and turn my swag on. And that wake up every morning, thank God I'm alive, just stuck with him. And I chanted my name, Maribased1. So once the thank God I'm alive part like soaked in him, then he just started dissecting the song and the lyrics. I think that was the turning point for him to be like, okay, this is what you really do, because it related to him now. Yeah. Instead of just hearing it off the naked ear, now my song's relating to you because of the circumstances and the situation that he was in at the time.
That's dope.
And so once he told me that, he was like, man, we got to go with this. Man, this is what it is. Like, I really, every day I just have to, I think about this. I wake up and I thank God I'm alive. Like, because the situation was very critical. So after that situation, he accepted it. I mean, at this point, it was kind of no other choice. He accepted my auto-tune.
Right.
And don't get me wrong, my progression, as the years went on, I started perfecting it. Because at that point in time, like I said, everything's just at 100. We going.
Right.
But then once I got older and I started learning more tricks and perfecting the auto-tune.
You talking about
I'm talking about with the auto-tune, with the audio tricks. Just my voice and my cadence and my confidence level was rising. I got to a point where I just like, I'm the shit. Like, I'm filthy. I know exactly what I'm doing here.
Yeah, you got confidence.
It just then the difference, you could hear the difference from the new auto-tune music and just my music period to when I first started out.
Yeah, definitely. Because if you didn't hear the difference,
that's a problem. That's a problem.
You know something's wrong.
I had somebody tell me that someone told her that they said, "Damn, you can tell he gotten better, like just off of hearing pole dancer."
That's a hell of a compliment,
right? Yeah, and I was smiling like, "Whoa, okay."
Yeah, that's like
I'm doing something like
it's like a milestone,
correct? And what else is dope too is I'm at a point where I had made so much new records between 2021, late 2020 to 2022 right now. I had made so much new records because I was creating the sequel to 24 Ounces. I'm at a point now where I just I'm starting to be able to release the singles to where I was like, you can hear it. Like, I'm excited for this.
Right.
Because I put it like this. I dropped, I think it's 4 or 5 singles off that new album that I'm going to drop. I have not really announced the album, but there's 4 to 5.
Right.
The Love Me joint featuring Jay Wavy. Baby, do you love me? Come take a ride in my 2-seat. That's one. My Suicide joint. 48 Ratchet featuring Beat King. The Holy Ghost joint. And now Pole Dancer. I got 5 singles coming off that album now that I'm pushing. So now it's like I'm just excited and ready for you guys to hear what I did not put out, because I wanted to keep that body of work to when y'all go hit play front to back, no skips.
Yeah, for sure. That's the goal. Yeah, definitely.
Because I feel like if I just give y'all, I can keep putting out the singles. That's not a problem.
Right. But
I do want a body of work. But it just depends on what direction I want to go into.
Right. So tell me this: what is important to you about bodies of work? Because everybody, that's not a big trend right now. It is coming back though.
Honestly,
but what makes it important to you?
What makes this particular body of work for my new project, very important to me because it shows the real tremendous growth.
Gotcha.
In Maribased1.
Mm-hmm.
You dig what I'm saying? Lyrically, beat wise, like the growth is there.
Right.
Only I and a select few others have only been able to hear the unreleased music.
Right.
So I get so excited when new stuff can drop because I'm just like, man, folks, I got something now. I have a niche. I am who I am. I am Maribased1. I am here to stay. You feel what I'm saying?
Yes.
I done paved the way. So that's what makes it important to me to drop a body of music, that body of work. But if I don't do it right away, I don't mind just dropping singles here and there.
Sure. Yeah.
It's going to come off the album, maybe. I don't know.
Right.
It could be something I make today.
Right.
And be like, oh, this is hard. We got to put that out.
Right.
But you hear the growth. I feel like I have done what I needed to do so far to gain my respect with this shit, to be honest. Because I've done so much. Right, I've done so much. So it's like when I put something out, I expect it to hit hard every single time.
And so now you feel like you have the confidence and the knowledge and the know-how to do
Correct.
that.
I feel like no one outside of my inner camp can tell me anything.
Dig that.
Because I've done it already. I have done a lot more than the average person.
Right. Cover a lot of ground.
On an independent level.
Yes.
So someone's opinion to me can really be obsolete, but just depending on the information that they give me.
Yeah.
Because I've been there and done that.
Right.
You know? I'm always open ears. I'm not that arrogant. I'm not that too big headed. I'm really not even cocky. But I understand I have put in a lot of groundwork to get where I'm at.
Yeah, definitely.
And I grew thick skin because at first I didn't understand people's opinions used to get under my skin, but now I had to grow thick skin fast to the point just had to block out people's opinions and the hater comments. I just learned if you don't have a hating comment, you ain't doing something right. If someone ain't hating on you, you ain't doing nothing right.
That's the truth.
So I just take that as I'm doing something right. If you have a negative opinion to say about me or a joke or whatever, that means I'm doing something right. You like something of what I did.
Oh, yeah, because they heard it or they saw it.
Correct. If you mock my lyrics, you heard it.
Yeah, for sure.
It's stuck in your head.
Yeah.
Like, that's just what it is. You feel me? So that's one thing of my progression that I had to learn. And, that's... Man, I tell you, I could talk so long.
I know. I got some questions for you, though. Also, in a minute, I got a game we got to play too. But so tell me this. You know, I mean, you're in this game. You know, you're moving around in the Seattle scene. You know, what do you think? And this is on your opinion. What do you think is missing from the Seattle music scene?
What I think is missing is everyone coming together and really just pushing and going hard as a unit. I feel like if we all came together as a unit, we'll be unstoppable. Yeah. Because I feel like our market gets overlooked. Definitely. I feel like you have to leave and blow up somewhere else and come back and then put on when we can just do it together right now. Right. Just imagine if everybody who's really doing something or has a hot buzz or popular, we all come together. It can't be stopped. Definitely. Now everyone's name is circulating instead of just one. Everyone's name is circulating. You know, maybe some people can help each other out in certain aspects of the game. You know, but I think that's what's missing. Yeah, no, that's a common tale among most people who talk about the Seattle scene. It's gotten better. It has gotten better. You know what else I see a lot though? I see a lot of people saying that the town people shit on our own people in the town, or people don't support. Right. And one thing I learned fast, and this is just me as a people person, I don't expect no one to like what I'm doing. Okay. I don't expect your support. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just right off the top. I just don't expect it. You know? But at the end of the day, if you see someone doing something, congratulate them.
Yeah.
You don't have to like, because not everyone likes everything. I can't like everything a person does.
You can't make everybody like,
and you can't make everyone like it either. But your grind, your hard work, and your work ethic. I mean, I said that word wrong, but anyways, your work ethic.
It's all good.
Can show a person like, man, this guy's grinding.
Right.
I can't do nothing but respect it.
You got to respect that.
You have to.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I don't expect no one to like nothing.
Yeah.
To be honest, like that's just my own personal opinion, and that's just me as a person too. You know, everyone's always gonna have their opinion and this and that, but you keep moving around, keep working, keep doing you. It's gonna show. You know, your hard work shows more than just talking.
Definitely. Cause you see somebody always talking about what they gonna do, but they ain't did nothing. I mean, you know, they might think that you think that they're progressing, but you know better because you see
I
that
see
they haven't
it, and I've been there and I've done it. So that's why I can think the way I can think the way I think, because I have done more, like I said, than the average person. So I get it. But I'm not out here to show gloat or nothing, or be like, "Oh, you're tripping. Why you say that?" No, that's not my place.
Right.
I just see it. If I like it, I like it. If I don't, yeah, okay. But you know, this is for everyone, I believe. Though, when you don't like something or it doesn't really catch your eye at first, if that motherfucker just keep coming back around and popping up on my phone, and I see it everywhere, people listen to it, you're gonna most definitely 9 times out of 10 you're gonna tap in eventually.
Oh yeah, you're gonna click on it. Yeah,
just to see what is the hype about.
Yeah, what is it? Yeah,
and that's natural, and I feel like people have to realize that's just how the world operates.
Right. That's marketing.
Yeah, I don't take it personal.
Right.
You don't like nothing I do, okay, I guarantee you're going to see it more than once.
Right. Yeah, because you got to push it. You got to get behind your own product.
And that's why I feel like a lot of people got to understand that you have to market and promote yourself. That is very key. It is vital. Marketing and promotion is vital to your career, no matter what you're doing.
Speaking of that, you've had some unique ways of marketing. I've seen masks. I've seen. I don't know exactly what they're called. Well, it's like a blow up kind of inflatable.
Yeah. So
I saw that.
I did first was the blow ups. It's literally a blow up character of my character Mariotto. That's the name of the character.
Oh, okay. So the character is Mariotto.
That's his name. Yes.
Right.
The blow up of him, and there's a blow of him standing up straight. He's like 6 feet tall. And then there's the bigger one that kind of like go on main stages and stuff.
Right.
Him on the snowboard at an angle.
I've seen that one too. Yeah, I know.
So that was the first. That was my first go around with like the like thinking outside the box promotion. You know what I'm saying? Now, don't get me wrong. When I did that, people couldn't understand. Where did you get that? Wow. Like I was getting a whole bunch of like, wow, where you get that from? Like.
Don't worry about it.
Like, just chill. This is what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying?
And now it's because anybody else seen doing that is like, nah, you're biting.
Yeah. And I'm not knocking it. I would know where it came from, you know, but at the same time, see, this is the difference between me and a lot of people. If I see something and I'm inspired by it and I go do it, I give you props.
Right.
100%. So if I see someone go get a blow up of themselves, I know where you got that shit from.
Right.
And I'm not even going to be mad or upset if you don't even acknowledge me, because I know.
Yeah, for sure.
I know.
Yeah.
So I could say something if I wanted to.
If you wanted to.
But 9 times out of 10, I'm just... That's not in my character. That's not who I am, you know? Then after the blow-ups, we did the Halloween mask. Now that was another good one, too.
So that went over pretty well for you?
Nice. We sold all of them. Got rid of all those face the Halloween masks.
Yeah, those are dope.
And that was dope too because kids wanted them.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
Having people walk around for Halloween as me, that was dope. Like,
see, I mean, it take like, see, the average person wouldn't think of that. They're like, oh, nobody wants to be me.
It's a matter of thinking outside the box.
Dig it. Yeah,
that's it. You just got to do it. Because you know when you do something, someone always going to have a negative opinion about it.
Yeah, but
someone always going to say something, but just do it. Who cares?
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, you're going to get inspired by what I'm doing, and my name is gonna circulate in your mouth.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this guy's always doing. Oh, you see his new face, man. All he did. It's inevitable.
Right.
Shit, but that's all part of marketing and promotion, though.
Dig it.
That's part of the package. So that's just what that is. Mm-hmm.
So tell me this. In a soft conclusion here, what is the overall goal for Maribased1?
The overall goal for
Mm-hmm.
Maribased1 is to get even bigger than what I am. I'm trying to make it. I want to make it out. I want to put Seattle on the map even more than what it is on the map for. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get to a point where, like, I'm in big label meetings, big executive meetings.
Mm-hmm.
They trying to come give me such and such and such.
Right.
You know, they trying to come get that. I'm trying to attract that. Like,
Yeah.
that's the
Making deals.
overall goal for me
Mm-hmm.
at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? So I just know I got to keep grinding. I got to keep focused, stay doing what I'm doing, you know, and just continue grinding and doing me. Because I saw this quote the other day that someone said, I forgot exactly what it exactly said, but it was something along the lines of, don't stop working, because how you're working and blah, 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 even though it may be working slow or it's, you know, it's not just out there, just know it's working. Whatever you're doing, it's working. It was something along them lines. I can't really remember. I just saw it on Facebook.
Right.
But it kind of resonated with me because I'm just like, I have done a lot of motherfucking shit. And I know people see it. They can turn the blind eye on it if they want to. But I know you've seen it, and I made my impression.
Mm-hmm.
I just got to just keep continuing just to do me and stay on my path of what I've been doing and just stay blessed. And it could be in my favor one day, you know.
Mm-hmm. Definitely, that's a great answer. I feel you. So, So I'm gonna tell you, like, I'm bringing this game back. I've done it with a few people. You know, I mean, it's kind of just an icebreaker. You know what I'm saying? Just to loosen up her. You kind of a serious dude, but that's cool. But so the name of the game is called Which Game, right?
It's called Which Game.
It's called Which Game, and so it's about choosing a game. So the way you look at it is like this: you get pushed into a time machine, right? And you land in a decade, right? And when you get to that decade, you have to choose what you're gonna be in that decade.
Okay.
So I have 3 choices for you for each decade.
Okay.
You got that? So we're gonna start with the first one, all right?
Okay.
So the first one is like the 1950s, which you probably don't know that much about.
Okay.
But what makes it funny is that you don't. But like
I'm
what
just
you probably
guessing.
seen or heard.
Right. I got you.
So here's your 3 choices, all right?
Let me hear it.
So you got like old school, like 1950s gangster,
Okay.
right? You got a bank robber,
Okay.
and you got, now see, I call it, and when I tell you this name, you're probably gonna be like, who? But you know who Ward Cleaver is? Okay, good. Now I feel hella old. Thank you. So it's like just like the straight 9 to 5, go to work, housewife at home, white picket fence type of dude.
Okay.
That's what that means.
Okay.
So that's your choices. You got gangster, bank robber, or Ward Cleaver.
I'd probably be a 1950s gangster.
Can you tell me why?
It just seemed like much money that they probably get back then. It's just they probably that's hella money for them. So,
Right.
And you probably the mob boss. You run everything. And I mean,
you would do that in the 50s?
why not? I'm pretty sure it ain't that. Ain't. I'm pretty sure it probably wasn't as serious, but it probably was serious.
Right.
But then again, we talking about the 50s.
Right.
They got cars, but they don't got cars yet. There's cars though.
Yeah, they got the big old steel cars. Like they got
Right.
the old school.
Just imagine sitting back on your whatever they sitting on, probably a wooden chair. You know what's so funny about that? I'd be clowning my grandparents. I'd be like, oh, that's what it was like in the 30s. Like I just be playing though, right? I just be playing.
Oh, that's cold.
But they tell me it looks the same.
Right. Yeah.
It's kind of modernized. But
Right.
I'm just like, okay. But I think that's what I'll pick.
Okay, so you said gangster.
For the 50s,
Okay,
yeah.
okay, dig that.
Like
All right. So now you land in the 60s.
Okay.
All right. So in the 60s you got a activist,
Okay.
a hippie,
Okay.
or a hustler in the 60s.
I'm going where the money's at.
Straight up. Hustler. Mm-hmm. You know, so
A hustler hippie.
Yeah, a hustler hippie.
Yeah, hustler hippie.
Yeah,
Where
a
do
little
we
bit
at?
of both, huh?
Because I know you're off something. Cause
You know, I mean, a hustler's like, you know, I mean, just, you know, pulling all kind of, you know, scams and tricks. You know what I'm saying? Just do
and I'm
whatever.
only saying that because I'm thinking of like the movies, like the
Right.
the movies based in that time. Like,
Yeah.
imagine walking around them hustlers with silk shirts,
Right.
afros, leather pants, disco
Leather
shoes, looking fly.
That's almost. I mean, that's 60s. That's more the 70s though. But
Well, hey,
60s they used to like they would like
when I hear 60s, I think of disco.
right. Yeah. That's about right. A little more 70s, but you know, like I said, you're young, so this game's a little different for you. But okay, let's go to the 70s.
Let's go to the 70s. What's my options?
Okay, so your options in the 70s is pimp, musician, or a heroin dealer.
I'm gonna probably pick a musician because correct me if I'm wrong. Jimi Hendrix that's his era, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's throw down. Just think about it. You be a musician,
Yeah.
and I'll fuck with Jimi Hendrix because he's from Seattle.
In Seattle, yeah.
My aunt dated him in high school,
Oh, dig it.
so they both went to Garfield.
Yeah.
And it's like, bro, I'm pretty sure you got all the women.
Who, Jimmy?
Yeah.
You know what's funny? They said he didn't. They said in Garfield he was just like a skinny, dirty kid.
Wow.
I'm
just thinking of on a bigger scale.
Yeah.
When he gets to where he
was he did.
I can just see that rock star living. You know what I'm saying?
He was the ultimate rock star after that. Yeah.
But now his high school, I didn't know what I never heard that. Like him in high school, he's dirty.
That's just what I heard. I wasn't there either, but you know.
Hey, I'll pick a musician in the 70s.
All right, so now we on to the 80s.
Okay.
All right, so we got a rapper, dope man, or like a just a player party kind of person. You know what I'm saying?
In the 80s?
Yeah, in the 80s. You know a lot about the 80s? You wasn't really born back then either, huh?
Once we get to the 90s, I have a more clear, but the 80s, from what I've watched and heard, isn't that when the drug era kind of first started?
That's when it started, yeah, 84, 83.
Like getting real strong, real tough. Mm-hmm. Name your first two options for me again.
It was rapper or dope man. Because you got to think, rap had just jumped off too in 79 for on a big scale.
Probably the dope man. To be honest,
you be the dope man?
Because that's just, if it just started, man, they're getting bank.
Yeah, they are.
They're getting hey, the dope man is the rapper.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean,
or he's financing the rapper.
Something. Something.
All right, so you want to be the dope man? You turn out to be a bit of a criminal in all these.
I'm going where the money.
Oh yeah, and a musician, of course. All right, so we on to the 90s. Mm-hmm. So 90s is record CEO, scammer, like checks and like they used to have like blow up phones, like scammer, or gangster, but not a gangster, gangbanger.
I'll be that first one, the record label CEO.
In the 90s, why?
Well, just thinking back, like when I hear that and you say 90s, I'm thinking of like P. Diddy.
It's a golden era of hip hop.
Right.
Yeah.
Diddy, I'm thinking of Dame Dash, motherfucking Suge. Mm-hmm. And I know I'm blanking on. I know there's a lot more I'm blanking on, but those are like the three main ones.
No, but yeah, definitely.
That I can think about that was real deal, like East Coast, West Coast, like that's just what it was. Like,
yeah, no, that's man. Yeah, actually, your dad was the record CEO in the 90s.
Right. He started Duce Records.
Yeah, he sure
in
did.
95.
Was it 95?
Between 95 and 97, I believe, that's when he created Duce Records. And it was him, Crafty, Walnut, Sweet Pea, and I think there was just them four at the moment.
It's been said that DJ Peg was signed to his label as well.
To Duce Records?
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
It's crazy. I didn't know that, but I will tell you that when I got connected with Peg, he always spoke highly. Mm-hmm. He'd always tell me like, "Man, your dad, he believed in me."
Yeah, for sure, he did. He signed him.
I think he said he gave him his first turntable, or he gave him something to start off in the beginning. Yeah,
that might be right. I
can't really remember what particular piece of equipment, but Peg he talked very highly of it, so I was like, okay, I respect.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Man, the 90s were fun.
The 90s, you understand, I was born in 95. Mm-hmm. So when I first got into music, it was the Crafty album. Just when I thoroughly remember, that's all I heard as a kid. Yeah. Was the Crafty album, and then my dad did an EP. He just called it Mr. Benjamin, I think. Mm-hmm. It was just an EP. So that's all the music I heard. Now, I used to listen to Sweet Pea and Walnut, but Nutcase was on there too.
Oh, was he signed that? Yeah, he was on
there. He was on there too. So I remember their music vividly, but the Crafty album was the main album that we used to play front to back.
What did you think about that album?
I got it in the car. I got it. That is a classic Seattle music album.
Oh, Crafty's he's
that Crafty album, and my dad's Mr. Benjamin 2008 album with the anthem, like the "What's My Name, Mr. Benjamin," like
Mr. Benjamin.
Them two albums. Even though my opinion could be kind of biased, because I was there, right? As a kid, but I just the front to back, like those are my two reference albums.
That's crazy.
I reference those. Like,
that's dope.
Because those is a part of me.
Yeah, definitely. Like a part of your real life.
And you know what's so crazy, though? This is probably going to blow you guys' mind. Funk Daddy and Beezy 2000 was producing those albums. Yeah. Now I know you guys personally. they've Funk Daddy most definitely produced 80% of my tracks.
Yeah, for sure.
He did half my first album.
Yeah.
Or if he didn't produce it, he's helping me mix and master it. Mm-hmm. So in a sense, he's kind of co-producing at the same time.
Yeah, shoot, Funk masters for me. So.
He's filthy. Funk's filthy. I give all props to Funk. Shout out Funk Daddy.
Yeah, man, shout out Funk Daddy.
When my dad did, this another one blew me away. When my dad did "Take Me Away," that song with the female singing, that was his second lead single off that Mr. Benjamin 2008. When I found out Funk Daddy did that beat, I just oh my god, for real, like that's filthy to me. Yeah. So it all makes sense. It connected the dots. So when he was like, "I want you to create your own relationship with him. You don't always have to go through me." Definitely, it made sense once I found out, and then once I looked at the little credits. You produced on Crafty's album. Like you're Funk. You're the guy. Yeah, yeah. And I don't think he gets enough props.
No, who? Funk? He doesn't.
Man, Funk he does not get enough props. Dude, man. So I'm gonna give it to you right now, Funk. I'm giving you your flowers now. You're filthy. You're dope. You're in this Seattle music, a Seattle legend with this producing shit. Like,
definitely. Shout out,
man. Shout out Funk Daddy. Man. Definitely. And then I found out Beezy did a lot of stuff too. Beezy produced the Mr. Benjamin, he produced that. I'm just like, this is crazy to me. Like, I'm just with you guys, just knowing you, especially Beezy, just growing up, because my dad used to go, they used to be around and stuff. Right, but once everything started connecting the dots, my respect level for the game just out here just went higher. Nice.
That's how it should be, for sure. Yeah. Well, man, look, I ain't gonna hold your arm no more, man. This has been a phenomenal interview, by the way.
Oh, man, thank you. I got so much I could talk about, but before I go, I have to say, May 28th, yes, the Seattle Music is Real monthly showcase. We're going up for round 2.
Break it down. Take your time, man.
Excuse me. Oh yeah, I'm going. You know I'm coming. You know I'm
Take
coming.
your time. It's all good.
You know I'm coming. The Seattle music is real. This ain't a game. It's a movement. Monthly showcase. Smeared. Seattle music is real empowerment and development. Against all odds, stand tall. This is a movement, not a game. Trust these two are not the same. This night promises to be the flame to ignite unity, exposure, and fame for our youth and artists within the communities we claim. Seattle Music is Real monthly showcase, April 30th, which already passed. We did that one. Mm-hmm. The second one's May 28th. We going up this Saturday. Mm-hmm. The third one will be June 25th.
Okay.
July 30th. And August 27th. So we going for the whole summer. We're getting it in. It's at the Limbs Bookstore on Rainier Avenue in Columbia City. Mm-hmm. The address is 5023 Rainier Avenue South, Seattle, Washington, 98118. Doors open at 8. Sponsored by Community Colors and Hush and Do You. You know what I'm saying? And for this lineup, for the June lineup, we got myself, Maribased1, Northwest B1, Trey Black, Guile 100, Slim Really Trap, Rick Rated, Gilton East, Jewels, D Saint, Rude Vu, Tyke the Mob, Boston Black, J Wavy, and Shutter Bay. Like, we have a whole lineup and a list of
nice show too.
So much of the Seattle music, you feel me? And the sounds by DJ Hustleman and it's hosted by Tawana B. And you know,
Queen.
We getting it in, man. The Seattle Music is Real monthly showcase, and y'all can follow me on all social. Y'all can follow me on all social media platforms at Maribased1. That's MARIBASED1, all one word. And go stream that music too. Apple Music, Spotify, SoundCloud. My new singles, Pole Dancer and Better Days. Go stream that Mariotto 2 album, and y'all can find all my mixtapes on Spinrilla, Dat Piff, and live mixtapes.
Well, say that, dude. Shout out Maribased1.
Maribased1, you did.
Thank you so much for coming, man.
Man, I appreciate it. Whenever you want me to come back, it's good.
Of course. You know,
I got so much more to talk about. We can go in depth in something else.
It's all good. I would definitely have you back.
Mm-hmm.
For sure. So once again, y'all, this is the Cidewayz Show. RC the Trackaholic in the building. Maribased1 in the building. Seattle music is real.
This ain't a game. It's
not
a movement.
A game. It's a movement.
Yes, sir.
And we up out. Peace.